Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast, our Inn Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Are there people in your life that just make you feel small? Our next guest says now is the time to stand up for yourself and push back. We welcome the author of the new book, Our New World of Adult Bullies, How to Spot Them and How to Stop Them, Bill Eddy. Thank you so much for joining us, Bill.
Thank you so much. Glad to be on.
So tell me, do you think that we actually have more bullies today, or are we just talking about it more so it seems like they're more common?
I think we're seeing more bullies today, and I think it's because we pay a lot of attention to them. They grab our attention. Partly, I think social media has reinforced bullying online, etc. But also the pandemic kind of got people who are bullies feeling like, hey, I can do anything now. So we see bullies on airplanes, bullies on the streets, bullies in the workplace, of course, bullies in families. So I think there is an increase in bullying because we're showing the bullying so much.
Sure. So what can make us susceptible to adult bullies in our lives?
Well, I think the thing to do is to take an assertive approach. So if you have a bully in your life, first of all, recognize you have a bully in your life, because a lot of people think, oh, somebody just made a mistake. But when it's a bully, they have an unrestrained pattern of behavior and they keep going. They don't really stop themselves. They go beyond where everybody else goes. So you're probably going to have to do something. Now, the best thing in many cases is to speak up and just say, hey, cut it out, or I don't agree with you, or that's enough. And so you're being assertive. You're not being aggressive and saying they're an idiot too. You're just saying cut it out. And you're not being passive and kind of weak and helpless, which reinforces bullies. So you want to be assertive, that kind of middle approach.
That's a good point. You don't have to totally match their energy. You can shut it down in a little bit more of a polite way, maybe, than they're approaching the situation. Do you think that bullies get away with it a lot of times, though, because it is hard for us to stand up and say something?
Well, it depends. Some bullies will argue back with you, and you may decide, okay, if you're going to keep talking to me that way, I'm going to end this conversation and then leave. Because you can't control the bully, but you can control what you do. So if they keep going, you just remove yourself and say, I'm not going to play in a sense, but don't laugh at them. Just say, that's enough. Goodbye.
And what about in the workplace? Are certain companies or structures more susceptible to bullying behavior?
Well, it's hard to say because every occupation, every company, every organization just about has a bully or a few bullies in it. They're really everywhere. There's no particular occupation or company. But I think that you find where people can kind of boss people around, you may see more. So, for example, I'm a lawyer as well as a therapist, and I'd say lawyers have a higher percent of bullies. Maybe it's 10%, in other places it's 5%. Other occupations, but also nonprofits, volunteer groups, churches, etc., seem to attract bullies because they're tolerated. You know, we're nice people, so we're going to accept everybody. And so bullies get a little bit farther there, and then people go, oh, wait a minute, you know, we've got to stop this. This has gone too far. So it's where it's a very aggressive environment, like startups. Startups have a lot of bullies because that's the energy it takes to get going. But like I said, so if it's an organization that's too loose, too open, they're going to get more bullies. And if it's an organization that's too aggressive and competitive, in some ways they're going to get more bullies. So the middle ground probably has the least.
Okay, that makes sense. So then off of that, are there a decent number of adult bullies who aren't even aware that they're the bully in the room?
Yeah, so what I think, you know, first of all, bullies aren't really self-aware. They think they're doing what they have to do. They think, well, she said something, so I have to act this way. And so they really lack self-awareness a lot. But also people around them go, oh, Joe just made a mistake. or, oh, this will go away with wishful thinking. And what I've learned, especially researching the book, is that bullies generally don't stop themselves, so other people have to stop them.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Bill, thank you so much for your time. It was great chatting with you today.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course. The book again is Our New World of Adult Bullies, and we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.